Konbanwa, Anime Otaku Show e yokoso. Good evening. Welcome to the Anime Otaku Show.
You may have heard these words before, but I'll teach you what they really mean!
Remember, we will be discussing all episodes up to the ones we talk about tonight. Anata go supporter o kinishi nanara, soyo. If you don't mind spoilers, welcome.
Go beyond! Plus!
Konbanwa, minasan! This is the Anime Otaku Show, episode 16, and I am not your host, CJ the Explosion Boat Drink. That one's on me. However, joining me tonight in the magical, mystical, shonen bullshit world of anime is myself, Josh, Chekhov's magical staff McGrath, Kerry, Pizza La Tampa Store, Wilcox.
Hello.
Justin, Double Love Power Special, Carol.
Kira.
And filling in as a handsome, equally bearded face tonight, Raul, that might be a fire hazard Garza.
Hello, hello.
So, hot take for you guys real quick. Yeah, the boats are out of the dock. Which is why you're seeing me more so than CJ's screaming face tonight. But other than that, the show must go on, as they say. So, Justin, what are we talking about tonight?
All right, well, tonight's shows are, well, let's see. Let's actually make sure that I've got the right amount of shows coming up on here. Of course, we do have Food Wars, Season 3, Episodes 20 and 21. Erina's Diligent Studies and The Pioneer of the Wastelands. My Hero Academia, Season 3, Episodes 8 and 9. From Iida to Midoriya, and All for One. Then Darling in the FRANXX, Season 1, Episode 9, Inhumanity. Magical Girl Ore, Season 1, Episodes 6 and 7, Hot Springs, and Lesson.
Alrighty, yeah, spoiler alert. Darling in the FRANXX did us a bit of a faux pas this week and
They
decided
did us dirty.
They threw in another behind-the-scenes episode.
With 5 episodes left, and I don't know how they're going to wrap up all these loose ends, and they decide now is when they get a second behind-the-scenes episode.
I mean, don't get me wrong. The episode was quote unquote, was fun. It was interesting seeing all of the hard work and the passion that goes into the show. And the voice actress for Zero Two is adorable.
I agree with that statement
Yes.
entirely.
I love how Hiro's voice actor interview was just him talking about how great she is.
Right? I ship it.
True wife. Oh, wait, so I'm going to do some Google Foo real quick. You guys keep on talking.
And well, I guess we can talk about it here because it's not about the episode. But I was talking about it in the pre-show. The writer is like, I just hope people get something out of this series.
Yeah. They're not just making something to make it entertaining. They want people to stop and think and actually take something away from the series. And that's important, and that's also kind of Trigger in a nutshell.
Mm-hmm. I don't remember what the exact quote is, but it's like, if you disagree with someone, you don't really have to understand them, but just
Accept it.
accept it. Yes, accept that, like, you're different, I'm different.
Even if we don't all understand one another, we can still accept one another and make something like Darlifra.
Yeah, they were calling it the abbreviation.
I love that abbreviation. It's great. It doesn't quite roll off the tongue, but it's still fun. So,
And that-
do we want to
that
go
is totally
straight
a
down the
thing.
list, or?
Yeah. I think that would be a pretty good shot.
Right, so a little bit of the preamble out of the way. Let's dig right into the first of the two plates this evening.
Right. So I know that I talked about previously that one of the, like, this is adapting one of my least favorite parts of the arc, but thankfully those episodes are already done. That section of the the entrance exams basically was legitimately like my least favorite part of the manga.
Oh,
What, you mean you don't like seeing all the characters you've grown to love get their shit stomped in?
Right. It kind of blows. And that's not even like the actual worst part about it. The actual worst part was like the completely phoned in villains that you saw in the beginning of season 3. Hated that. It made me almost drop it for a couple of weeks.
Oh yeah, the practical mustache twist of vaudevillian counters. It's like, come on.
A series of unfortunate, the series of unfortunate events, Shokugeki version.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
So,
and then finally you get to like where you meet Hayama, and it's like, okay, now this is interesting again.
Right. And of course, we already talked about that. Like, I love that fight. Literally, it's actually a fight, and I love that. Because, that's everybody knew that was the reason that he was, stepping up to Central and trying to join them. But I just love the thing that they do in episode 21. They give me exposition, and I love it. And I know we're still supposed to be talking about episode, 20 right now.
20,
but
the training montage.
Yeah,
go ahead. Where Grandpa shows up and shows what a badass he is, that he can actually intimidate Joichiro into obeying him.
Yeah, it's pretty wonderful. This is the turning point of the largest, like most, I can say it's like the most influential to the rest of the story arc of all the way up to the point where we are on the manga right now. Like the Regiment de Cuisine is running all the way up until maybe it's like only 3 chapters ago, right?
Yeah,
2
chapters ago.
Right. So this is pure hype to the highest degree. Look forward to season 4 because obviously season 3 is already almost over. But hot diggity shit, I love Joichiro. He is the best and worst anime dad simultaneously.
And
he's slightly above Goku tier because he does run off and do his own shit just for reasons like Goku does. But he also legitimately tries to be a dad to Soma when he's around, which is better than poor Gohan ever got.
Right.
Yeah, that's true.
Poor Gohan.
Yeah, when Goku is around, Gohan gets the shit kicked out of him in the hyperbolic time chamber by his own dad.
Oh my god, guys. So not to plug another podcast, but I'm listening to another podcast weekly called All Systems Goku, and it is a rewatch of Dragon Ball Kai by 2 people who have never seen Dragon Ball in their life.
Oh god.
And they are both like very prolific video game journalists. And I swear that exact thing just happened, Josh. They just got to the hyperbolic time chamber and like, man, Goku's just beating the shit out of his kid.
I mean, Joichiro does that too. 490 losses for Soma.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, but he's teaching him with everyone.
I mean, technically Goku's doing the same thing, but
it's
also
not physical is the thing. Joichiro isn't literally smacking him with a frying pan.
But yeah, so this is a
guess what, guys?
In characters.
Yes.
For one character actually, because okay, we see that what's his name? French dude.
Aldini.
Aldini.
He's Italian.
He's Italian.
Okay, Italian. That fire in him. That he's pumped up. Yeah, it's like, and this is what Soma does to people. Good people. Mm-hmm. Characters that are supposed to stay in the story. Yeah, he just pumps them up and they want to get better. And Erin's was she actually like, okay, it doesn't have to be exactly as the recipe anymore.
Yeah, finally standing up to daddy.
Oh yes.
We're starting to see now more and more of why Erina's character arc in the manga is one of my favorite things about this series.
Absolutely.
Because in the first season of the anime adaptation, they didn't give her character as much nuance. She was just Ice Queen bitch. And
obligatory
now...
from CJ. No more manga.
Yeah,
I mean,
but yeah.
Okay, that
go
was
ahead.
relevant to the comment
it's relevant. Go ahead.
But now you're starting to see more of the complexity and depth to her character as she's starting to open up and explore that herself. Because her dad basically was going to use her god tongue, and Erina as a person was just a vessel for the god tongue.
Oh no, I just made a JoJo reference that nobody else knows because nobody in this room.
No, I
watches
unfortunately
JoJo.
understand it because I've seen the GIF.
Okay.
Oh man, but it's like
So many wasted frames of animation on that.
And the dish that they make in the competition is
Sounds amazing.
mashed potatoes, minced meat, and cheese.
Mashed potatoes, meat sauce, and cheese. Gimme.
That just sounds like the sexiest kind of shepherd's pie.
I love the two teams divvied up the way they are. How you have Dojima like perfectly doing everything, and so immediately Megumi and Takumi know exactly what he wants done, and then Joichiro's just over here making grapes.
Figure it out, you little shit.
Pretty much, it's like
that is his parenting style.
Yeah,
and
but that's also his cooking style. I mean, that's him. He'll give you.
You don't right now know recipes. That's just offhand.
Yeah, this is like, okay, here's something new, and then the final verdict where they're supposed to judge each other, and they each.
Everybody just, Mexican standoff pointing.
Yeah. And where they break each of their dishes down, each of the opponents' dishes down is just like,
well, this is what was great about this, but you did blah 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 blah, and it's like, hey, look, the goal of the little training exercise was reached. They are seeing what each other is capable of and evaluating it.
That's wonderful.
Yeah, it's great seeing Grandpa's little commentary as they're pointing at each other and arguing over whose dish was better. And he's like, "It worked."
And their analogy for each one.
All according to Kikaku.
Dojima, which is seems like a jazz band, and then you have Soma's, which is just like chaos, but it's art.
Yeah, avant-garde.
Yeah,
throw paint at the wall.
Yeah,
that's the thing about the general Yukihiro cooking style in general with both Joichiro and Soma. It's like they are bardic inspiration college of cooking.
Yeah.
They don't know what the hell they're doing until they start doing it, and then they just improvise from there. There's always like a base idea, like, well, I'm gonna grab some meat. Now, what do I want to do with it? Well, let's see. I'm gonna juggle it from hand to hand, and oh, hey, there's this spice over here. Let's add that. And it's like they're just making it up as they go.
And it's like I can't remember what the name of the dish was. Do you remember?
The peanut butter squid?
No. The other thing, the potato and meat sauce.
Deliciousness.
Yes. Okay. It's like Sochio's is barely qualifies as the dish.
Oh, hashi parmentier?
Yes. It's like it barely qualifies as the selected dish, but it still works. It has the essence of the dish, but just more.
Joichiro would win every episode of Chopped ever.
That would be an amazing crossover.
I agree completely.
Animated episode of Iron Chef.
That is this entire show.
I know, but like actually get like Morimoto and anime Alton Brown.
Oh,
Please,
and
God, anime Alton Brown, just make it happen, internet.
You fool! Shh, secret boss.
So pretty much, the director is pretty much an evil chairman, right? From the Iron Chef, right?
Wait, what? Oh, yeah.
He's that's pretty much him, right? Instead of taking a bite out of a green pepper, he's taking a bite out of an onion or something, right?
Not
Well,
explaining
he's
the
taking a bite out of a
wafting
pepper.
Yeah, the pepper, but the Erin's father would be taking a bite out of an onion or something,
Oh, okay, yeah.
and not a single tear.
Well, yeah, you
Have
have
you
to have a soul to cry.
I mean, quick question, guys. Have any of you ever taken a raw bite out of a full onion?
No.
I have.
Oh.
It was
Why would
not,
you do that?
It was not a sweet Vidalia onion. It was just a yellow onion. I did it for a skit, and it was terrible. Oh God, my mouth is like watering in the bad way. I need to drink some more essenced thing.
So
And
yeah,
then-
we get that episode with the little training arc, and then we have the next episode, which is, oh hey, here's a flashback.
The most hype, like I was there on image boards just talking about this chapter when it released. It was so hype and ready. You finally get backstory, and it felt so good to have it animated because young Polar Star Dorm is like the most fabulously extra group of boys in the world. They're good kids.
And then you have
Except
June,
for-
who has not changed shirts in decades.
Can we talk about how June got onto the Elite 10 in middle school?
Right.
Like, just putting that out there for a quick second. Like, she's this background character who nobody takes seriously. She's just Hayama's mom. And then all of a sudden, Shiomi June, third year, like 6th seat or whatever she was. Third year middle school.
Polar Star Dorm OP.
So OP. But yeah, exact same shirt. The only thing that was different about her was her ponytail was a little shorter.
Oh man.
And frankly, I love that. Like, everybody else, they got different hairstyles. Gin does not look quite as ooh.
and we get the he becomes, what's the word? Is it disenfranchised or no?
He becomes worn down. I mean, everybody was basically
Give me something new. Give me something new.
Step it
Yeah.
up, step it up, step it up, step it up, step it up, and he ran out of stairs.
Yeah.
That was a good pun, but it was very true.
I mean, that was it. He climbed so high, so fast, there was no further path to climb.
yeah, and everybody else just kept demanding more and more out of him.
And he was doing it, but it's just like,
At what cost was the thing, and that was the whole point of the backstory.
yeah.
Is it showed us that this guy's a freaking genius. He can do things that no other chef can with his culinary skills, but he's still human.
And I like how they showed the gradual, like, where he's excited to cook, and then where he just goes stone faced, like, yeah, this is that, and blah blah blah. I use this,
And that was the thing. That was where he left Totsuki, was because he lost his joy of cooking.
Right.
Yeah.
And that is something that's absolutely essential to cooking. And that is why Azami's plan is so flawed from its conception, is he wants to remove one of the most core aspects of cooking, and that is the sense of wonder and what if. Because cooking as a concept started when man discovered fire and thought, hey, what happens if I take this side of, mammoth and expose it to flame? Oh, look, suddenly it's more delicious.
And,
Cooking is based on what happens if.
And then we find out how he got his bad habit of cooking disgusting food.
Yeah.
It was stress relief.
Poor June.
She
Poor
liked it.
June.
She liked it and she knows it.
She was actually asking for it towards the end there. Why haven't you cooked any disgusting food? Are you actually asking for it? No.
No.
Yes.
And that's how he just blew steam. He just made these off the wall, like,
He
what
did
the-
things
My
for
mind
himself because he
It's
thought it
telling
was
me
fun.
no.
But my body is telling me yes.
Yeah, and you can actually kind of see the moment where he starts to crack when he wins some award and he's trying to talk to the judges about the process behind making the dish.
Yeah.
And he's so excited to talk about it and they cut him off. What are you going to make next?
Yeah.
Give me more, give me more, give me more.
Talking about the judges, we get the younger versions of the old judges too.
Yeah.
I thought that was funny.
That was a nice little nod.
Yeah.
Some of them, one of them, the one that's bald, actually has hair in this one.
Nice full head of dark brown hair. For now.
Forward.
So this is like what, at least 20 years?
Yeah, that's at least 20 years.
Well, when you stop and think, Joichiro left Totsuki right around his last year of high school?
Yeah, third
So
year.
he would have been like 17.
17, 18, and Soma is now starting high school. So like 15, 16. That would put, Saiba bare minimum early 30s, and I don't think he went out into the world and immediately sired Soma.
Oh, that phone
Unless-
call.
Oh yeah, this happened a while back, but I'm back in Japan. I'm cooking in a little diner called Yukihira, and I've got a kid. What?
Yeah,
Yeah,
like just out of
man.
nowhere. Yeah, and I've got a kid now.
Bye.
Bye.
Okay, cool. Thanks, bye.
I wonder if that whatchamacallit, what was she, 4th seat or 6th seat? The other Polar
The green
Star?
hair chick?
Yes. I think she was like 4th or 5th seat. I
Oh,
wonder,
the random one from the flashback?
yeah, the random one. I wonder if that's
Yeah.
gonna come back because, or if it's just
I think she's a character somewhere.
I don't remember her at all.
Does anybody remember her name?
Nope.
or was it just because she was from the Polar Star dormitory that they had so many of them in the elite 10?
Yeah, I think she was primarily there to fill out the roster.
And like
Yeah.
the only reason Sochio was 2 was because he just liked cooking. He didn't like all of the other stuff that came with it, like the managing the.
Well, and he blew off his
Bureaucracy.
classes,
Yeah.
so he had shitty grades, and that brought him down to 2nd seat.
That's
yeah, the
if he
bureaucracy.
showed up, right? If he showed up.
Yeah, like, can you imagine Saiba Joichiro sitting there sorting through paperwork?
Yeah,
And
so
this goes in the charcoal grill, and this goes in the charcoal grill.
Yeah, he's like folding them into origami to use as plates.
yeah, it sure just looks like this Riko Ebisawa girl is just 4th seat, and that she's only ever seen in chapter. Oh, she's only ever seen on a piece of paper and only ever seen in that flashback arc.
Oh, okay. And we
Rip Ebisawa.
and it explains the reason for the opening, them walking through the desert.
Yep.
Right.
Well, that's been a metaphor from the very beginning, too.
True.
And it shows that they're both going through the same desert. It's just I think Soma is going to go through it a little bit better than.
Well, no,
Yeah, 'cause-
that's the comparison that's made is that he loves the challenge.
Yeah.
He lacks it.
Yeah,
He likes it rough.
if he's lost to his father 490 times and not won a single match against him and enjoys it, there's not something that a little shit like Azami is going to be able to do to get in his way.
True. Like the final chapter, I want it to be like 499 to 1. That's the final
Yeah.
scene of the entire manga. I just want that one win.
Going out on that one win.
Yeah.
Well, cause see and that's the thing is, that's the philosophy of, well, I have not failed. I've just found 1,000 ways not to make a light bulb.
Yeah. But it's so great that we're getting, we get the backstory from two sides.
True.
Because we get Sojiro's side where it's like, yeah, it was just really tough. I am a genius, and I was in full bloom back then, but it just started coming down.
It broke him.
Yeah, it broke him. And then from the outside, it's like I should have been there. I should have supported him more. I should have noticed this. And then, what's his first name? Can you turn down your evil aura?
Yeah.
Stop oozing all that evil aura.
Yeah, Azami really was a little shit and still is.
Still is. Man, I'm glad that they did this episode right, and I'm very happy about it.
Yeah, I still want to fucking see Soma's mom.
That better fucking show up in the manga sometime in the near future, because talk about a tease going over a long period of time.
He even mentions that he found someone who made him happy cooking again, or somebody mentions that. And it's deliberately referencing Soma's mom, and it shows her holding tiny Soma, and Soma's face is blurred out.
Yeah.
I think it's like in the first season where he says, find a woman that you want to cook for. Right?
Yeah.
Find someone that you are happy to cook for, right?
Something like that. But yeah, her face, she shows up once and her face is blurred out, and it's just for one panel.
Oh.
Yeah.
And I kind of hope that he is not siblings with Rindo.
I doubt it. Because
I
now
know you mentioned
Rindo's
that theory.
Yeah, like the more that it happens, though, it just looks more like she's not going to be
A thing.
Yeah, especially because she's like, gone,
Well,
kind of.
No.
Yeah. Things. Sorry, spoilers.
Spoiler, sweetie.
Well, I mean, their third year is at the end of at this arc, which is the end of a school year. So.
True that.
And
but yeah.
And then we get the final chat. We get the rules set down.
High five.
So this arc has already concluded in the manga, right?
Very
Just
recently. Yeah.
2 chapters ago.
Okay.
The tournament arcs take a lot longer in the manga than they do in the anime.
Yes.
Like the autumn elections was months worth of chapters.
Yes.
Okay, so because in anime you can show a victory in like a second, right?
It's just they're paced differently.
Oh, okay.
Like the anime speeds it up to make it look more like an Iron Chef episode where everything's happening super fast.
Mm-hmm.
But and you can show, you can change how fast those shots are played, right? In a manga, the panel's still going to take the same amount of space.
Right.
So it draws out the narrative. And you can only fit so many panels on a page. You can only fit so many pages in a chapter, and it makes everything kind of go slower.
You can only have so many pages of sexy sauteing.
Sexy sauteing.
So the bet is they become the elite. They're gambling what, 4 seats on the Elite 10 or 5 seats?
I think aren't they gambling the entirety?
They are gambling the entirety of the Elite 10.
Okay.
Versus all of their enrollments.
Yeah.
Right.
Yes.
And
And Joichiro being a slave.
Yeah. Joichiro and
Erina.
Erina. Yes. That she goes back to.
Although let's be fair, if they were more concerned with making a bastardized dub of it, it would totally be Eren.
Oh God, no! Please, why? Don't 4 kids this show for me.
Oh wow. Okay.
How about a lollipop?
We'll have to have CJ. Are they dubbing this? Do they have this simul dubbed?
Let me check.
We'll have to ask CJ because he would know and he would know how the dub is. But we need to scoot
Move
along
on.
here
Yes.
Yeah, we do.
because holy fuck, you guys!
Mucho excito.
Such hype.
Oh,
Yeah.
So much hype. Maximum hype.
So
Plus ultra hype.
plus ultra hype, My Hero Academia, from Iida to Midoriya.
The feels. The feely feels that make you feel feely.
They handle like the whole group conflict of yes, we should go, no, you shouldn't go, so fucking well in this.
100%. Fantastic.
And I like that. Yes, we know that we are not professionals. We're still in training. They're still kids. They know how incredible these villains are and how incredible the heroes are. Because I mean, they're nothing compared to any of the pro heroes. Bakugo
Oh, yeah.
gets tied up by the denim hero.
Best Genist is the best.
He is the best genus.
4-time winner of the Best Genist Award.
So, and I like how they do it smart. The friends that don't want them to go are going with them, but to protect them. To like,
Yeah.
the second shit hits the fan, we're out.
We're out of here.
Yeah.
Yeah, and Iida, like, I'm the class rep. You guys are my responsibility, so I'm gonna go to keep you out of trouble.
He's so Japanese.
Like, he's
That's
so
such
Japanese,
a good boy.
but he's like, do you guys not care about my feelings? Do you not understand that I feel the same exact way? Come on, man.
And especially after Midoriya and Todoroki both gave him shit over the Hosu incident. Or not really gave him shit, but they saved his
Well,
ass.
Yeah,
Yeah.
shaved his ass.
Yeah, his pride's a little hurt at this point.
And my boy Kirishima, he was right there, and he's my friend. If I don't do anything, I'm not a man or a hero. Red Riot.
And then you get
yes,
and you get the
Josh.
quote. You get the quotes from All Might too. Of the best heroes all have quotes about them from their stories about them from their school days. How they couldn't stop themselves; their bodies just moved.
That's Midoriya to a fucking T.
That's how he got one for all.
yeah,
For real.
and and then we get the dress up scene. Let's go
Oh
shopping.
my gosh! Yes. So, do you guys, Raul? Do you know what a Don Quixote is?
No.
Because this is a reference to it. There's this Japanese store called Don Quixote. I just typed "sto," where it's just this store with a bunch of random shit in it. And it's loud, it's colorful, it's got a ridiculous amount of just completely random as fuck goods. And there is no reason ever whatsoever in a million years that a rich girl like Yorozu with a conservative, genteel upbringing would A, have a reason to set foot in one, or B, be ever remotely encouraged to do so. She probably would have been actively discouraged from going into a place like this. There's not necessarily anything wrong with it, to my knowledge. It's just not a... It's
not a hoity-toity place.
Exactly.
Is it kind of like a Ross or like Burlington where it's just overstock and just random
It's more
stuff?
like a Big Lots.
Oh, okay.
It's like Las Vegas threw up on a Big Lots.
Wow. Okay.
And the whole reason she's not just making disguises for them is because she wanted to shop there.
Right. I need to add stuff to the economy. I can't just do stuff like this.
I really wanted to go.
And
and the costumes are amazing.
And the asterisk next to their
You gotta stick your jaw out more.
Oh yeah.
Iida's. That sharp.
Like barbershop looking outfit.
Yes.
The little mustache.
No, there's isn't there a Street Fighter character who's a boxer who looks like that?
Dudley.
Dudley.
Oh,
Super
they're
dapper
like-
boxer.
Super dapper boxer.
If this is a normal world, this is probably what they would look like when they like about 10 years.
Well, this is them purposely trying to look like adults too, because they are in an adult district.
Right.
And it's funny because like they don't call it a Don Quixote, it's Don something or other. But then
It's a donkey.
there's some long name that they called it, but yeah, they call it Donkey in the show, and that's the like they verbally call it that.
Yeah.
And that's what the nickname for Don Quixote is.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
Which I totally didn't get when I read that chapter in the manga, but I've since learned what a Don Quixote is. So I was like, oh, that's what that
okay,
is.
I get it.
I got that reference.
And then we get a great episode. All for one.
Oh God. I it's taken a lot in me to not just skip to the end of that and say, oh dear Lord. So okay. Man, I gotta stop making comparisons to the manga because it's a really good adaptation. It's so good. I'm very
Yeah.
happy that they're doing the right thing in the series where, you know, they aren't doing
Taking
an
the
episode every
pages of the
single week.
manga and bringing them to life.
They are waiting before seasons to let no filler come in. There's no extra bullshit that we have to worry about. It's just well done shonen anime, separate seasons. I don't care about the gaps.
Yeah,
And
I
it's
would.
good
Worth waiting
animation.
for.
Yes.
I'd rather have gaps than Midoriya killing bees or Iida hunting vampires.
Right. Funny that you say bees, as that is a major plot point in the spin-off series, The Illegals.
I was actually referring to filler arcs from 2 major Jump series from
Oh.
the past.
Yeah.
So this one, the police, they have the principal come up with this plan to put the villains.
It's a good ass plan.
Yeah, and it's just like, so we followed the tracker, and then the police are like, yeah, they went here and then they went here, so we're gonna hit both places.
Yeah, and they already found out the villains' real names and ages.
Yeah,
And while they're getting ready, like all of these heroes, which a ridiculous amount of heroes, they even pulled fucking Gran Torino in for this, which I love. While they're getting into place, they're putting on a red herring press conference.
Yeah.
Talking like, oh, we totally have a plan. We're sorry this happened the way it is, but we have a plan, you guys. We have a plan. It's gonna be okay. And then as soon as it ends,
What's
knock,
up?
knock, knock. Tommy,
Pizza here.
Pizza
Pizza
la.
la, Camino store. What?
Just the what the fuck expressions on all of the heroes are like. You can almost see a glimmer of, wait, did you actually order a pizza?
Not again.
This
Also-
Here's the thing. That is not something I would put past twice.
Yeah, that's accurate. I do love that Bakugo got to see Aizawa express that much faith in him on national television.
Right?
Like, everyone kind of gives him shit because he's an aggressive little shithead, but
He attack. Okay, he really just attack.
He really just attack.
but he attack with the heart of a hero.
yes.
And for that to be acknowledged instead of everyone treating him like the little shit he kind of is. Not as much of a little shit as Mineta.
Though really, it doesn't take much not to be that much of a little shit, right?
Yeah,
Yeah.
all you have to do is not be a raging pervert.
Respect women.
What? Respect women? I don't know what you're talking about.
And not try and steal Froppy's donuts because that will end poorly for everybody involved. except for Froggy.
Absolutely.
Oh, and then like the heroes just all coming in coordinated. Miss Mountain, right? Is it Miss Mountain?
Mount Lady.
Mount Lady.
Mountain Lady.
She's a whole lot of woman.
And then you have Denim like talking her down. It's like, yeah, it's best that we don't hesitate. Like actually still teaching. Still
It's just a regular civilian. We don't want to hesitate in a situation like this.
yeah, like he's a professional and she's a rookie still.
Yeah, this is still her debut year.
Yeah. So I mean the pros are doing what pros do because they want to bring up the next generation, right?
Yeah. Also,
him-
holy fuck, Edge shot. I forgot that was his power.
Right?
Headshot.
Also, he's American.
Yep.
Edge shot is the ninja.
Oh, okay. The paper ninja.
And when Endeavor is outside, he complains about that American going in,
Oh,
which means that Edge Shot is an American living in Japan as a hero themed as a ninja. He is the ultimate weeb.
You know, you're not wrong.
and like it's just so much fun because you see the heroes just doing the hero thing, and then the other foot drops.
Yep.
Oh, no. That wasn't even the other foot dropping.
No, that was the other foot picking itself up to drop.
Just wait.
Oh, and then we
Next
get the
episode is going to be lit.
what's her name? Part of
Ragdoll?
Yeah, Ragdoll. Completely blank.
Yeah, that was legit sad moment.
What's Ragdoll's ability?
Search.
Search.
Yeah.
And then we see All for One.
Yeah, Raul,
Some of them, anyways.
So did you watch the end of episode Stinger? After the ending song?
Is that the one where they like are all traumatized because they saw their death?
Yeah.
Like
Yep.
just for someone to come out and just do that to everyone around them. Oh.
You will understand because the thing is, we have now... He's been mentioned in passing in previous episodes.
Right.
We are now seeing him for the first time in the anime anyways. The next episode is going to be informing you just how much of a bad news this guy is.
He is the big bad.
Yeah.
The
well,
biggest
because-
bad.
So you would say if it ended up as a massive draw for both All Might and All for One, right?
Oh, in their first fight, I'm hoping that there's some kind of like they do. So here's pipe dream for Justin. I'm hoping that they do a prequel movie for All Might or something like that,
And you get to see that fight.
and you get to see that fight because that would be like incredible.
Because the wound on All Might.
But I mean, it
it's-
stopped him from being a hero for another 40 years. So yeah, but yeah, his face is because of All Might. So
So All Might
He got smashed.
Yeah, he got a chunk out of him. But it's
Yeah.
just
for
like
one, all for one, let me smash.
but it's like I know what his ability is, right? I mean, it's said in the anime to change, to take quartz and move them around.
Yeah, he manipulates quirks.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He
His,
can
his
take
quirk
them.
is quirks.
Yes.
He can take them. He can manipulate them. He can bestow them
He
after
can
having
combine
taken
them.
them.
Oh.
And that's how One for All was born, because his brother was born with the
Wait,
Basic-
we're getting to real spoiler territory
No,
here,
no.
people.
This
no.
is in the anime.
All Might told Midoriya this in the anime.
Oh, that's right. Okay.
Yeah. Like right after Stain.
Yeah,
Oh, that's right.
because he was talking about like, oh, I bet you're worried that Stain got One for All because he ingested your blood, and Midoriya was like, huh?
What?
But yeah, so all for One's brother had the ability to bestow quirks on others, but because he didn't have a quirk besides that, it was a dud.
Yeah.
He was a gnat.
Right.
It was inert. There we go. Yeah, he was a gnat for misborn readers. It was completely inert. And then All for
Asshole
One
of a brother.
gave him a quirk, which was the ability to store power, and it fused with the quirk he already had and created One for All.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. And I think the official is just superpower, right? The official
Well,
name.
that's what they're calling it for Midoriya right now, because they don't want to actually say, hey, his quirk is One for All.
Right.
Because nobody knows where All Might's power comes from. He's just All Might. The only people that know about One for All are All Might, Gran Torino, Midoriya, and a couple other people at this point.
Yeah. Recovery Girl and his police friend.
Yeah, and I think the principal knows as well because he was helping All Might find a successor.
Yeah. And oh boy. And they show a female transferring it to All Might, right?
Yep.
Yep.
The previous, previous
yeah.
One for All holder was a lady.
Yeah. And we know she's dead because I guess that's how he got it, right? I mean, the
thing is, it has to be passed from holder to holder.
Yes.
So she chose him.
Yes.
Yeah.
But I think somewhere in that anime, I remember that All for One killed her.
I don't know whether they've confirmed or disputed that yet. Is the thing. We don't know a whole lot about her at all yet.
Okay.
Other than she was the previous holder.
Mm-hmm. Oh man. But yeah, and then oh man, he is such. That stinger is still like, we all saw our death. Gruesome.
Yeah.
Like holy shit, and that's just from his presence. And Midoriya is just like, no.
Trying not to puke.
Yeah.
Yeah. Because the thing is like, All for One is the big bad. Not just of the series, he is the OG villain.
Right.
For this entire world, he is the Sauron. He is the Voldemort. He's the anti-All Might. He is the symbol of evil. To the point that like his existence is now kept secret so it doesn't inspire more villains.
He is the epitome of the idiom power corrupts, absolute power corrupts absolutely.
Oh yeah, this anime is like, first season, all right, good. He's beating the
good.
Yeah, he beats the crap out of himself to use his power. Second season starts getting really good, which is the sports festival, right? Second season,
Yes.
and then we're in the fourth or third.
Third.
Oh yeah, second season is also Stain.
Yeah,
Oh, no.
Stain and the sports festival.
Yeah, and then fourth season, the third season is like, holy crap! And I like how they're just not like hiding the pro heroes and just focusing on the. Yes, the students are the main theme, are the main characters. Yes, but you do want to see the hero.
Yeah,
Right.
especially because it provides a point of reference for the students' growth.
Yeah. Like them when they have to fight the heroes in their advancement test
Yep.
Right.
for camp, you just show like how not overpowered, but how
The difference in level.
yes, the difference in level is like
And and we're beginning to see more of that with them exploring the differences between Class A and Class B as well. Class A keeps having all these run-ins with villains, and guess what? They're a lot more capable than the equally gifted and hardworking people from Class B. Not because
Right.
there's anything wrong with the people from Class B, they're just not as experienced.
Well, and that goes to another old idiom, which necessity is the mother of invention.
Right.
You don't stop to think about the way some things can be used until you need to use them that way. And that is a core of Midoriya's development, is a lot of what he's been doing and why he's been wrecking himself so badly is he's been treating One for All like All Might does. Midoriya is not built like All Might used to be.
Hell.
Like right now, I think he's at what, 5%?
With full cowling,
I think he can go up to 10 now.
No.
Yes.
In the anime, it's only 5.
It's somewhere between 5 and 10% for full cowling.
Okay.
But yeah, the development of him as a character is, learning what he can do, and it's real good to watch, and it's exciting to see how it goes forward.
Yeah.
I agree.
I hope it doesn't turn into like a 700 episode series.
No, they will not.
Like I hope it's got like a reasonable end. Like I would say maybe 100 episodes.
Oh, like the anime is going to go on for probably another 50 episodes, because the manga is still going to go for another 200 chapters.
Yeah, but I want them to do something like what they did with Assassination Classroom, where they finished the manga because they finished their story. They just didn't stretch. Oh, this is going to happen in 2 years, and they stretch it to like 15 years.
Yeah, no. So far, and I think we're almost at the 200 chapter mark for My Hero. There isn't filler really, like at all.
Right.
Everything that happens in the manga that would come off as filler arc exists for character development and plot advancement.
Yeah, even what was it called?
And
when the students went out with heroes,
the internships.
The internships, yes.
Yeah, the one filler episode that we got was about Froppy, and it was character development, and it was fucking fantastic.
Yeah,
it was a great episode.
And
because that is how you do filler. You make one good, solid piece of content that people actually want to see, and it goes over well.
Yeah, and I mean, I'm with you in that. I'm hoping that what happens to what happened to Naruto and Bleach does not happen to My Hero Academia, where like Jump just decides, hey, you're not allowed to stop this because it's printing money for us. But if the mangaka decides, you know what, I have a story to tell and it's going to take 900 fucking chapters, just like Oda's decided with One Piece, and it remains consistently good for 900 chapters like One Piece has,
I'd be okay with
go
it.
for it.
Is that what One Piece is at right now? 900?
906.
Yep.
But here's the thing. Oda has a story to tell and he is telling it. I think that he's like added some stuff in because he's come back and said like, oh, we're actually this far away from the ending now. But it's all legitimate story stuff that he Discovery wrote and put into the main timeline. It's not random, hey, I need to fill space.
Yeah.
Right.
It's not, oh, hey, look, asshole protagonist is actually, the same type of thing that the bad guys that just showed up are. You Bleach.
Hey, Bleach, everything in that series was foreshadowed. Was it dealt with in a nice way? Were there too many plot holes? Yes. But was everything foreshadowed? Very much so.
I thought Bleach was supposed to end after Soul Society.
That's what people say, but that's never been confirmed in any kind of interview. That's just like the folklore of what's it called? Where everybody thought that DBZ was supposed to end during the Cell Saga. Akira Toriyama came out and said, no, I just kept on writing the series. I liked it, so I kept on going with it.
I mean, it would have been a nice ending. Yes, it would have been a good ending at the Cell Saga. But let's bring the train back.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
No, we're already past the trains.
Yeah.
Thank goodness.
Which, by the way, the Totsuki train arc actually being a pun makes me really happy.
Yeah, also true, yes.
It's a double pun because it's a training arc on trains.
Don't worry, Dale.
Like,
it's not light
that's
rail.
some exhibit bullshit.
And then we get another flashback in the next show that we're going to talk about.
Man, so pretty much all of our theories were correct? I mean, they weren't that hard to see, but we got them all pretty much correct.
Trigger veterans like us.
Yeah, I was to say, for other people, it was apparently difficult to see because all they saw was butts and robots.
Right.
Which we haven't
But-
seen robots in
Several
3,
episodes
4
now.
episodes now?
Several episodes,
It's like we saw a robot in this episode,
technically.
but it's like I've been saying since we started covering this series. Darling in the FRANXX is not a robot show.
Yeah, it's really not.
It is a show about relationships that has robots in it,
Yeah.
and they're
More
fucking
like
awesome
A little
robots.
over here, a little over there, a little
More
back
like
that way.
robots.
We get the flashback from Dr. FRANXX's point of view.
Dr.
Despite-
FRANXX has been around for a while.
Oh boy.
Yeah, he has. Also, he looks like one of Josh Justin's and my friends, kind of.
Yeah, kinda.
And he actually says it that he is not a good person. He
No,
acknowledges
he
that,
knows.
that he has not done the greatest things.
And yet, true to form for this series, he still manages to be just a little touch adorable.
Just a little bit.
Oh, if there's a guy you're interested in, you should take him out to dinner or something. I did.
Oh.
Processing. It's me?
How thick can you be?
That thick.
THICCCCC.
I'm like, oh my god. I mean, you've got someone there with the orange cones and just like
With the batons.
with the
You know,
batons,
wave
neon
in.
lights.
She's straight up doing that dance from the Ore opening with the glow sticks. And I mean, he's an intellectual type. Scientists are known for having tunnel vision.
And then they find the magma energy.
Yeah, so our
It's
theories
been around a
on
while.
our theories on immortality were in the works when we were first talking about it.
Yeah.
But then also the reproductive thing is definitely something that everybody should have caught on to. So that was neat to get that confirmed.
So the fact of them becoming immortal makes them sterile.
Yes.
Yes.
Well, because reproductive functions are a built-in acceptance of the fact that the body is eventually going to degrade.
Right.
And survival means ensuring the survival of the species, not necessarily the person. And so once you remove the degradation of the body, it goes, oh, well, I guess I don't need to do this anymore.
Yeah. It
Yeah.
evolves beyond it.
And not to mention, even if that were not the case, eventually the females of the species are going to run out of eggs.
Also true.
Because human females are born with a certain amount of egg cells, and that's all she gets.
Mm-hmm. They don't get to make more.
And we also learned that that we were correct. It is magma energy that fucked up the planet.
Yes.
And it's also
The
Full
harvesting
on
thereof.
desertification.
Also, fracking commentary. What?
Nani?
oh man. But
Yeah, I think that's probably the most surprising thing is until we get slightly more confirmation, we're not more than like a century or two ahead of present day.
Yeah.
And the world is that different.
and like they've got the prototype. They're doing the prototypes of the plantations and everything.
And the FRANXX units.
Yeah, the FRANXX
Or the-
units. And I can't remember. So all the kids are clones, right?
So that's inconclusive.
Yeah, they might be clones. They might have been like engineered from chromosomes of donor adults.
Yeah, they may have also been kind of like the giver style. There may be adults in the society that are forced to not take the
immortality serum.
the immortality serum in order to have kids and stuff like that.
So yeah, we haven't got any confirmation on that as of yet, but the synopsis from the end of that episode was because of the only way the FRANXX will work, we needed kids. and most of society could no longer have them.
Right.
Kind of ironic, huh?
Alanis Morissette selling more copies of her song.
When you got to save the world, but you can't have any kids. Isn't that ironic?
And then we find out we meet the the second time we're seeing it, but the first time they meet the Calisaur queen.
Klaxosaur, but yes, the Klaxosaur princess.
What'd I say?
The most kawaii.
She's adorable and tiny, and I want to hug her, but she'll probably kill me.
And for some reason, I mean, it looks like they're advanced, actually.
Unless you're like Dr. FRANXX and you're kind of into that.
Oh my god, he is like...
Yeah, okay.
Wait, this is an awkward boner.
No reason boner.
And
No
it's like,
reason boner.
so the...
I like mayonnaise, but not that much.
The Calisaurs aren't mindless. I mean, there's a civilization under there.
So that's also something that is probably going to get confirmed in the next couple of episodes. Klaxosaurs are humans.
Extremely, extremely evolved.
Extremely evolved humans.
I'm sensing maybe a touch of Gargantia.
Yeah, I agree with that. Hashtag chamber best bro. Let's continue.
Yeah, they just
Response: go to hell, Tin Can.
And
so
then-
they're likely the descendants of the poor people who got fucked over when the environment went shit and evolved to adapt to it, basically.
I think they're older than that is the thing.
Yeah.
Because the Klaxosaurs didn't start showing up until the magma energy started being harvested too much. And so I'm thinking maybe some kind of, prehistory civilization.
Divergent evolution kind of thing.
Essentially.
Well, because we know that there's a humanoid in the orb.
Yes. When they broke the one orb during Shonen Power Up, and there was that thing inside that kind of looked like a baby, I think we're looking at a divergent evolution path.
And then
Their civilization did something different with magma energy that wasn't quite as destructive, or maybe it was, but
what's his name? The loudmouth.
Zorome.
Zorome. Are we even going to become adults? And then Papa's just silent.
Yeah, that was a sobering moment.
Yeah, I
For him
love
and us.
Yep. And I love Dr. FRANXX too, where Hiro and the other parasites, led by Hiro, show up. Hey, we want to confront Papa. Yeah, okay, let me put him on speed dial for you. There you go. There's
All
the
right,
spec
gotcha.
window.
Yeah, Dr. FRANXX is just kind of like...
Do.
He is chaotic neutral.
Yeah, and... what's her name? The one that they got married.
Kokoro.
Yeah. Kokoro. They're starting to form another relationship, even with their memory wiped.
Yeah, go
They're
figure.
good kids.
I know, slowly but surely, it's coming back.
Also, Futoshi. Oh my God, Futoshi.
And he's
They
the best.
they tried to swap them back. They tried to put Futoshi and Kokoro together and Ikuno and Mitsuru together, and Futoshi initiated a re-swap, wanting them to be together.
He's a good kid.
Yeah.
He truly is best of boyo.
He loves
He has gone to the Goro school of best boy.
yeah, 'cause he loves Kokoro enough to understand that what's best for her needs to be what happens.
The thing is that they still have their rings.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm kind of sad. I mean, I'm happy that there's only 5 episodes left, but I'm sad because, oh my God, it's
There's
Trigger.
gonna have to be some intense fucking 5 episodes.
Yeah, so this is what I was talking about the Big Gems, about the whole, are we going to get a second season, or are we going to get a finale movie, which would suck, but that's a thing that happens in anime sometimes.
Trigger's not really known for multiple seasons, are they?
Fuck if I know. This is mostly production IG though, so they do plenty of second seasons.
I mean, wasn't Kill la Kill technically 2 seasons?
That was 2 cores. Same amount of episodes.
Okay. Guess we will find out.
But I also don't know that I'm doing too much of the movie things. The only movies I can really remember are the 2 Gurren Lagann movies that were basically
Right.
condensing the season
Right.
into 2 ultra digestible halves with a even more badass ending.
So hopefully next time we'll actually get we will get 2 episodes of Darling.
Yeah, please. Actually give us 2 episodes. Oh my god, it's 11:25, guys.
Yeah.
I'm not past my bedtime.
One of these days, when you're able to stay on for like the whole thing, we need to do a manga post show.
That would be pretty cool. What if we had like a Saturday post show or something like that if you guys aren't having the mana pool? Because, I don't know, I read 60 manga series and I only watch 5 anime.
I mean, propose it to CJ when he comes back.
Yeah, CJ. I know you're going to listen to this back order. Come on.
I mean, if it keeps you from talking about the manga and keeps Josh and me from talking about manga on the anime show.
He might. Well,
So-
alrighty. It is 11:30 now, and my wife is probably already asleep, so...
Time to
I-
go take off the shoes and dagwood your way into bed.
Yeah. All right, well, much love, guys. Have
All
a
right.
good rest of your night, and enjoy the rest of your stream.
All right.
Thank you. Good night.
Good night.
Oyasumi.
Okay, so moving swiftly along to the last order of business.
Yeah, thank you for breaking my stream, but okay.
Hey, you. This happens every week. You knew it was coming.
I am the Anime Otaku Show.
Yes.
Are you?
There we
Let me
go. I fixed it. I fixed it.
I was leading the wrong way anyways.
All right, we've got Magical Girl Ore.
We've got a couple episodes of it because apparently Josh and I are the only ones who are caught up.
Okay, yeah. I'm just gonna stay for the 6 and 7, and you got 8 through what? 10? 12?
It's not that far ahead.
I think 8. Because we saw one after lesson. Because that was the meet and greet episode.
Oh, okay. Magical Girl
Anyway,
Ore is
but-
on episode 10.
Okay, so we're going to talk about episodes 6 and
10 probably
7.
came out today, so
Yeah.
Oh, okay, yeah.
We're going to talk about 6 and 7 today, and we'll
Okay.
catch up with it next week.
So we get the obligatory Hot Springs episode. Not what you think.
Oh boy. Yeah, this is where Magical Girl Ore shows its inner Hawkeye initiative. Because there is not female fan service in the obligatory Hot Springs episode.
Oh.
but it was so steamy.
Oh, wow. And she's trying to stay transformed? Ding.
Yes.
Ding.
So
Can we talk about how over the top on the nose that was? Because that magical girl power meter that she kept having to refresh to stay as Ore went from the low end being kind of a shrunken squiggly end to a boing boner representation.
Yeah.
the that meter was a penis, you guys. I said it.
Please, someone type that as a show title. Oh man, but it's like, and she's trying everything to like, get out of there, or like just, no, not the cold water, not the cold water. I'm going to stay in the sauna. And then he
and
comes in. Oh, competition. Yes.
Yes, manly competition.
Yes.
And she's literally dying in there.
Yeah, because those things are hot. Like if you've ever been in a hot tub, like that's about the temperature that the hot springs are. If those aren't even hotter. you're only supposed to stay in a hot tub for like 10 minutes at the most when it's that warm. Or you will, and I have accidentally stayed in one too long when I was at a pool, and like I started getting heart palpitations and felt really dizzy and got really dehydrated, like just staying in it 15 minutes instead of 10.
Yeesh.
Hot spring dangers are real, yo.
And so she stayed in there for way too long and then immediately went into the sauna because obviously she can't cool off or she'll de-transform, which is like a weird, the cold water thing I think was a Ranma reference as well.
Quite possibly. I mean, they've referenced just about everything else in this show.
And
if you're gonna have a gender bending anime, you've got to reference Ranma.
right, and Saiko, when she's in it and she's thinking about her,
and just transforms all of a sudden,
and then she just jumps into the cold water.
Well, yeah, because she was in the ladies' bath at that point.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And how oh, I keep forgetting. Saki, how she's thinking what's gonna happen. It's just like, I don't think I can take those muscles. And when they're at the bus stop, she's actually, I guess, jealous, but also upset because she's not acting. Saki's not acting like herself when she's around her brother. That she's not able to be herself.
well, she gets all flustery and fangirly, basically.
Yeah.
And then, of course, Hyoe being a dick as usual.
Evil McEvil shit.
He's a demon.
He is absolutely like the Yoma prince in disguise or something.
Yeah. And then we get the monster party.
Yes. Where they actually rented it out. It was on the sign that the demons are having a party.
Yep. Because hey, what's a fourth wall?
Right? And they're just there chilling. I mean, they're
They're there to have a good time.
Yeah.
So this is also the episode where they were performing at the hotel, right? And like the owner of the inn keeps like playing encores himself.
Was that
Yep.
the owner, or was that like, because I thought it was like a company retreat that they were
Oh, yeah, it's
doing
like
it for.
the president of the company that rented it out.
And then she gets saved.
Yes.
And then there's
Another comes to the rescue, and she did not get seen.
This show's so fucking weird, guys.
It is. And then the next episode, when they go practicing in the karaoke bar.
Yeah, so instead of just like hiring a vocal coach for his clients, which would make the most sense, the manager just takes them out to karaoke.
And when they start singing, they cut to the hallway where they're all like, some people are throwing up, some are pissing themselves. It's just like, oh.
And then we get to see the manager perform.
Oh my god.
Oh my god, he's moving so fast. The after images are doing two different things.
He's got the two backup dancers, and then he's also singing, and it's just like,
His face is completely different.
Yeah, he's got the half chibi alter ego.
yes, and he's actually good.
Yeah, he's real damn good. And then
He's been in the industry for a little bit.
we cut to Mohiro singing karaoke, and somehow there are small woodland creatures gathering in the karaoke room.
And nobody bats an eyelash at it. Ay, 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 ay.
It's something else. And we get a little plot development actually this episode, because the Yoma show up and try to take Mohiro away by
Again.
banging through the wall of the karaoke room. And
Oh, when she opens the door and like one's singing and the other one's just pounding through the wall with a hammer.
And what's with them singing children's songs this entire time?
I don't know, because I guess because they sing they normally sing all that pop, and he's just like la, yeah, it's Yankee Doodle, right? The
Yes.
monsters are singing Yankee Doodle, right?
It's the tune of Yankee Doodle, but it's got some like Japanese lyric to it that I don't remember. Yeah, and then Saki breaks her stick.
Yeah. And like they just go to her murdering them all, and then they cut to a scene of the door from the outside and just a splatter of blood. It is disturbing how gory this series is. It's like,
Especially those end cards, yo.
oh,
Oh, the end cards are creepy as fuck. Not as creepy as the friend's face in that one card in the end sequence, though,
Oof.
where her eyes are like weirdly wide, like someone was messing around with sliders too much in The Sims.
and it's just like, it's kind of disturbing, like how into you are into beating these guys to a pulp.
Yeah, and they call her out on being so like brutishly violent that it breaks her weapon.
Yeah, and then we get a cut to the mom. She's still a magical girl, but she needs to sign her contract off, like finish her contract off.
Yeah,
And
to
we
make
get a
sense,
picture.
she needs to retire.
Yeah, we see a picture of her staff. We see her staff, and it's full. The little orb that she has on it, the egg.
The bloodsucker.
Yeah. So, we're gonna see what that is. I mean, it seems like it's a joke anime, but it's not.
It both is and it isn't.
Yeah.
It's meta, is what it is.
Yeah, I thought it was just gonna be like, oh, it's okay. So the magical girls, and they actually turn into magical boys, really buff magical boys, and it's just like, oh, it's just gonna be adventure, and then done. It's turned into another how to raise your or how to keep a mummy.
We'll see about that. I mean, there's definitely it's getting some story to it for sure.
Yeah,
It's real weird, yo.
yeah,
It is, but it is wildly creative and original at the same time.
so
Like I like
Go ahead.
I like that it's doing something different.
Yeah, different in a sea of like the same. Yeah.
Yeah, it's not. They're idols, but it's not another idol show.
Dale. Yeah, Dale, if you haven't watched this show already, you need to.
So the next one, the meet and greet.
Yep. Yep.
Go ahead and spoil it, guys.
Are we going to? I thought we were talking about that next time.
Okay, yeah, we can wait till next time.
Yeah, because spoiler alert, we may have to do a show next Monday.
Oh.
We'll talk about that off the air.
Yes.
But yeah, good stuff. Lots of good developments on the shows this week.
Yeah. Food Wars, My Hero, Darling. And we get 2 flashbacks that actually give us a ton of more answers and then more questions.
Yep.
Especially in Darling, because theories have been confirmed and then more theories are being formed.
Yeah, but
because I mean, you really got to stop and think about just how warped in the head Dr. FRANXX is, that he cloned the Klaxosaur princess to make 02 and then treated her the way he did in the flashbacks for that.
Yeah.
Like, the Klaxosaurs are not the real monsters here. This man is.
And then Magical
And
Girl Ore is just
Probably to a slightly lesser extent Ape as well, but
yeah,
oh yeah, Ape is a bunch of assholes.
yeah.
I love how they were wearing masks even back then.
Yeah. Like, yeah, we do some shady shit. We don't need people to know who we are.
Well, it worked out well for him in the end.
They're in a space station.
They also rule the world.
Well, what's left of the world, but yeah.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
But there's got to be a reason why, because the Klaxosaur queen, or are they saying queen
Princess.
or princess?
They're saying princess.
Princess is blue, while 02 was red. There's got to be something there too, right?
It's got to be something there. It might be another reference to Red Oni, Blue Oni, in addition to 02 and Hiro. She might also have human DNA in her.
Why, when she, in the episode where she's like biting her nails and all that, she bleeds red, but then she also bleeds blue?
She bled blue when she was a child.
Yeah.
But something has happened to make her more human.
Yeah. All right, guys. I think
we ready to wrap this up?
I think we're ready to wrap this week up.
It's time to wrap this mother up. I don't know CJ's outro spiel. I can tell you, though, that we're going to be at Metrocon in Tampa on July 19th to the 22nd with two panels with a full-blown version of this show, basically. Bigger, longer, uncut. With the Anime Otaku Show 2017 and early 2018 Anime in Review at Anime Track B Panel Room 25 on Saturday, July 21st, 11 a.m. to 11:50 p.m. Right before that, if you love Darling in the Franxx, Gurren Lagann, Kill the Kill, everything else that has remotely been involved with Studio Trigger, we have the Anime Otaku Show presents Studio Trigger, Subversion, Inspection, and Looking Beneath the Surface. Also in Anime Track B Panel Room 25 on Saturday, July 21st, 10 a.m. to 10:50 a.m. That's right. You can have, if you so choose, 2 straight, unadulterated hours of me. I mean us.
And a 2-hour podcast for us, we usually do it at weekly.
At least it's not a 16-hour boss fight.
True.
Yeah.
True.
Also, I mean, for the first hour, we'll be talking about Trigger. We will be fine.
But then in the second hour, we're going to have to talk even more Trigger because it's the entire year in review, basically. But we'll make it work somehow.
Trigger only had one anime this year, right?
True. Well, 2 technically. Was Little Witch technically this year? Was that previous? Anyways, digressing. If you want to get a hold of us, you can do so at show@geek-io.net. You can put AOS in the subject line, or if you're trying to get a hold of us about one of our other shows, just let us know which one you're talking about so we know which one to talk about it on. As far as social media goes, you can find us pretty much everywhere at Geek.io Show. And if you want to give us a call and, leave us a voicemail about why we don't answer the phone, you can call us at 727-489-4335. That's 727-489-4335. Geek. And, for myself, for, CJ, who's not presently in this show, for Carrie, for Raul, for the entire Geek.io network, we love you guys. Thanks for tuning in, and we'll maybe see you next week. Take us home, Raul.
Okay.
Hi, my name is Water Buffalo, and I hope you've enjoyed this Geek.io Media Network production. Copyright 2018, you see how that works?
Diamond Club hopes you have enjoyed this program.